Today is another day full of massive Binance FUD, guys. We're going to get into that. And we have one commentator who says that if this insider tip that he received is true, that this can mean the entire destruction of the crypto industry and we would have to build all again from scratch. I'm going to go into my opinions on if I think that's true. And at the end of the video, guys, I'm going to bring you some alpha that you're going to want to hear about because, again, in this boring market, if you can find some ways to make money, that's always a good thing. Again, nothing in here is recommended as far as just diving in and doing it. Always do your own research. These are just the plays that I'm making, guys. I have a small research team helping me out to find out the hottest trends in the market, what's going on, and if there's an opportunity to make money somewhere, we're going to investigate it and look into it. All right, guys, if you're new to the channel, my name is Chasse. I've been in this industry for 12 years, bringing you guys the knowledge that I have, and hopefully you guys find value in it. And if you haven't liked the video, go ahead and do me a favor, and please do that. Let's get into it. Let's first start talking about this Binance FUD, what's going on. So Binance US cuts staff, CEO departs, sources stay. Now, let's keep in mind that this is Binance US, right, which is entirely different than Binance Global. And it's a small, tiny fraction of the volume and liquidity in the market is on Binance US. And I know that Binance wants to be in the US market. There's a lot of money there, but really it seems like it's more trouble than it's worth. And there's a lot of risk being involved in the United States as well. Binance.US President CEO Brian Schroeder exits the company amidst uncertainty and declining business. The firm also announced in an internal communication today that it cut 1/3 of its staff. Binance, the parent company, also experienced high-profile executive departures and layoffs in 2023, adding to the challenges it faces. So again, this is a Binance US type of situation. Now, also, let's get into quickly, and then I'll dive back into the Binance stuff as well. Just wanted to cover the Gary Gensler comment. It was a non-issue, but...
And help protect Americans from the crypto abuses that cost consumers billions.
If they were to live up to the investor protection built into their current laws, it would help investors. But right now, unfortunately, there's significant non-compliance, and it's a field which is rife with fraud, abuse, and misconduct.
Look, this is something that we know, right? Gary, this is not news, and he's not wrong here in this either. This is a space full of rampant abuse, fraud, and exit scams and all this kind of stuff. This is also a free market where people can come in anytime that they want to, and permissionless in a lot of ways, which is the bargain that we pay for sometimes, right? For having the ability to self-custody, permissionless blockchains, permissionless applications. There's a lot of benefits to that. There's also some downside and some risk. And, part of what I want to do on this channel is bring you education to help you minimize risk and maximize upside. So this is not news from Gary. It's a non-issue. It should not be crazy to anyone. But what is concerning here is this tweet from Adam Cochran, which is really shocking. So I've been saying Binance, if Binance blows up, we will be fine in no time. Got a tip that I've not yet been able to fully verify, but I would lean towards it being true. And if it's true, it'll be a longer, more painful ride than I thought. And life behind bars would be a good outcome for CZ. I sent that tip to some journalists. I think they can confirm if it's real. And we'll keep folks updated if I get anything back. But in good faith, I had to redact my will be fine stance and replace it with will probably be okay unless this other part is real, in which case, holy fuck, we're going to zero and have to rebuild up over again over time. Always fun times in crypto. So I've been trying to rack my mind around what possibly could be going on that this guy is talking about that would really be destruction of the entire industry, right? CZ's been around for a long time. He knows a lot of people. He's probably involved in a lot of things that we're not aware of. Could this be something to do with stable coins and USD Tether? I don't know. We know there's a lot of assets on Binance. It was much larger than FTX. And if it were to go down, it would scare a lot of people. But this, we need to get into the mindset, and I'll get into this in a bit, of switching our attention from centralized custodians, banks, things like that, to permissionless open code, where people can audit and we can make sure that there's nothing fishy going on behind closed doors. But this is obviously very, very concerning. But I just don't know if it's overplayed here. And also, we have no idea if this tip that Adam got was true or not, right? There's no way to verify it. So at this point, it's always the best idea to never keep your money on exchanges. Of course, do not do that. And it's concerning to me that there's still $56 billion of people's assets sitting on Binance right now. What are people doing? This is super risky. Did you not learn from FTX already? No matter if Binance is fine or not, this is still not a good idea to be keeping $56 billion on a centralized exchange. We can see that Binance is absolutely massive when it comes to the spot market. It's at least 5 times bigger than Coinbase Pro. And when it comes to derivatives as well, it is also much, much larger than OKX, right? Which is about 2 times bigger than OKX. So it controls a massive amount of the market share. Now, again, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what could happen, even if CZ himself faces criminal charges and were to get removed. Would Binance go down? Unlikely. The same way that FTX isn't going to go down permanently, this was just a really good opportunity for folks. And you see who was interested in buying it. We saw people like JP Morgan who wanted to buy it. I don't know what's going to happen and it will be acquired by who, but there's a huge amount of assets that FTX has that haven't been realized yet from their investments. FTX and Alameda have something like $4 billion investments in different equity, tokens, loans, and things like that on the balance sheet. So imagine that somebody is able to come in and saw an opportunity, to take over FTX at pennies on the dollar. Binance it's an even bigger opportunity for someone to come in. So, again, this is more along the lines of a tinfoil hat kind of thing, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone was trying to take down CZ, and maybe he did shady things, maybe he didn't. I don't know. But if there is any way that someone could dig up dirt and remove him from power and have the entire thing go through a court process where it was able to be absorbed by a bigger company like a traditional bank, a JP Morgan or something like that, a BlackRock, they would be getting enormous value at a fraction of the cost. And this is what I'm afraid of. But what does it mean for the entire crypto market? Well, we need to get our focus away from these centralized custodians. There's way too much volume on centralized exchanges. However, the good news is that as technology advances in blockchain and we start to get things like more simple user experiences, and this is even getting better. You guys see what happens with Friendtech, and I'm going to talk about Telegram in a bit as well toward the end. But you can see that back in the bull run of 2017, nobody used centralized our DEXs at all, and we can start to see with the evolution of technology here that there's actually a good growth. And right now we're sitting at today, 14% of volume is happening on DEXs. So it's growing. I'd like to see that number get a lot higher. I believe that if we have something like a major Binance crash, it'll really, really scare people. And it's kind of that pivotal time right now where DEX and blockchain technology is getting much more user-friendly. Again, I'm here in Singapore right now, and I was in Korea last week at these blockchain weeks, or Token 2049, and learning a lot about account abstraction and user experiences, UX, UI, things like that. And I really do believe that we're going to have much better user experiences. And we'll get into some alpha here in just a second that talks about some of these user experiences on things that we've talked about before, but to bring your attention back to it. So let's get into the alpha right now. And so I don't know if anyone saw this before. This was announced about a month ago, but it says introducing the Degen exchange. This is from Rollbit. Our goal is to become the crypto platform for everything. We further this goal with today's release. Buying and selling tokens shouldn't be complicated. The Degen exchange allows users to trade tokens with ease. We aimed to simplify the buying and selling process while significantly increasing the liquidity for popular tokens. Degen exchange will utilize automated market maker system, which replaces the role of an order book. Anyone can become an LP, generating income via fees, as you can help facilitate trading. They're starting with Rollbit, 0x, Unibot, and ticker Bitcoin. And then we also had an announcement coming up. You'll see that I believe it was I don't know. We'll find it in one of these tweets. Yeah, here we go. And then DUBBZ was also listed recently. This is just as of yesterday. Now we'll get into the projects we've been talking about and why the ones that we've called so far, this could be very, very bullish for them. So this is the announcement from Sivo, Crypto Sivo. We've been talking about him and Camino Crypto for a while, and Chris Romano as well. And we've also covered some of the tokens that they've been talking about quite highly, and the potential for them. So Rollbit has taken the decision to allocate significant resources to the development of their spot exchange, Degen exchange, specialized in on-chain native coins. It's good to see a big player take the first step into on-chain tickers while most sexes are looking the other way. Rollbit wants to make their Degen exchange the alpha place to trade the best tickers with the biggest liquidity on the pairs. That's why I'm happy to announce that we, Camino Crypto, Chris Romano, and Sivo, are now collaborating with Rollbit.com. For Degen exchange, we'll have the task to search for promising projects, increase exposure of their low caps, spot exchange, and provide them with feedback. What's in it for you? We do the research, smooth interface with features that DEXs don't have, the best liquidity for listed low caps, trade without crazy ETH fees, imagine the bull market. We intend to make this into the go-to place for low caps, and we will definitely be trading there ourselves. Full disclosure, they're going to be compensated. So again, as this narrative goes back to on-chain, and I'm a big fan of on-chain narratives and essentially doing everything on-chain the way crypto and blockchain was meant to be. And let's go back and talk we mentioned HMX in a video last week, and you can see that when we talked about it, the trading volume was around $2 billion. And now this was just last week, I think, and now we're at $2.42 billion as of today. So definitely another $400 million since we made the video, or maybe it's $300 million. I think it was 2.1 when we made the video last week. But you can see that there's significant volume happening on HMX. Again, I don't know if it's amazing. I haven't done deep due diligence into it. So again, do your own research here. But it seems like people are really liking HMX, a decentralized perpetual trading platform. And you can see here the price of HMX is at a $16 million market cap. And that's much, much lower than GMX, right? Which is kind of what they're aiming to beat. And DUBBZ, you can see DUBBZ got a nice pump, 22% over this listing announcement. So this is interesting, right? So we see this listing on Rollbit's Degen exchange and had a nice 22% pump because of it. You also see the other projects that we talked about on this channel that are also ones that have been talked about by Camino and these guys and Sivo. Pair had a nice pump because people are speculating that they will probably be listed on this Degen exchange as well. You can also see HILO, also an 8.84% pump. And I want to get into, at the end here, talking about Telegram and Telegram bots and Telegram applications. So we also covered Newsly before. And Newsly is just it's a bot that works within Telegram, and it has like a trading engine in it where essentially with one click you can long or short. So news comes in and you can decide, connect it through APIs to your exchange in which you're doing your leverage trading, and it can place those orders for you instantly on immediate news that comes in. So you get some crazy news and it turns out that Binance is going down, and you get the news that comes in. You instantly want to short the market, short Bitcoin, whatever. You can put that order in. It's pretty creative, and I'm really interested in Telegram technology. So let's tell you quickly about how big is Telegram. So I just read something that says that they're growing about 25% every quarter, and you can see that Telegram reached over 1 billion downloads and has over 500 million daily active users. So it's a massive, massive user base. I mean, it's almost 1/8 of the entire world that has downloaded Telegram. So it's huge as far as distribution. And we can see also that, surprisingly, something that I don't hear talked about very much is number 12 is Toncoin. This is the Ton blockchain that was actually first started by the Telegram founders. And then in 2019, they got shut down by the SEC, and it had to be taken over by the community. But the founders of Telegram still have their founders' tokens that they had for creating the technology in the first place. It was interesting because I just wasn't paying attention, but this is sitting at number 12 on the entire crypto market cap. It has a $9.7 billion FDV, and you start to see the Telegram landscape really starting to take shape. In fact, somebody here sent me some tokens for the first time in Telegram. If you haven't tried the Telegram wallet app, it's really, really convenient. There's actually, I believe, no gas. And when you send somebody some tokens, it automatically creates the wallet for them in Telegram. And I even sat down with somebody recently who's creating some casino games inside of Telegram. And it's a really smooth, nice user experience where you can do the entire application. You don't have to worry about the iOS store or the Android store. You can just build it directly in Telegram, and you have the ability or the reach of anybody to use it. And I can send crypto to somebody just from their Telegram username. So I'm really interested to see, as this Telegram narrative develops, the Telegram bots. We've been talking about Unibot and Banana Gun, and I've been learning more about, especially being here and talking to people who are building more applications into Telegram itself. And I think that's a narrative to watch and pay attention to as it comes up. So, all right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this. Hope that you found value. I'm going to get back into this, go learn more so I can share with you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.